You know, if I'm being honest, it's just been a really kind of frustrating couple of weeks. Not from a business perspective, just like life, busyness, not necessarily accomplishing enough things. It's been a kind of a tough couple of weeks, I'm just gonna be honest, which is why I haven't been on YouTube much. And I guess frustrating is not necessarily the right word, because I'm not frustrated. I'm just a little bit stressed, as I talked about before. Times are busy. It's just sometimes hard to manage life, and that's the season that I'm just in right now. And you see, because of the fact that I'm so passionate about YouTube, it's really hard for me to not be uploading something as much as I'd like to. Like, I vlogged the last couple of days. I vlogged a lot, actually. And here's some of that footage so you can believe it. See, I told myself from day one that my priority would always be my business and never be the YouTube thing, and that's what makes it hard, because obviously loving YouTube and being passionate about building this channel as well, just other priorities take over it that I just have to put first. I have to put my business first before that. But it's just tough for me because I love this. I love YouTube. I love talking to YouTube. I love talking to you. See, I know at the end of the day that none of you are like sitting on the edge of your seat and you're always just devastated if I don't upload a video. It's my own internal pressure that makes me really want to upload more. It's my own internal documentation sake of what I'm trying to do that makes me want to upload more. And as much as this channel is for you and for helping you through things that you may be going through similar to me, it's also so much for me. It's about something that I've challenged myself to do and upload as much as possible, that I let myself down when I don't upload things. It's not as much that I'm super concerned about letting you down, if that makes any sense. But here's also the thing that I cannot stress enough. As much as I love YouTube, and as much as I think everybody that does video production for a living should put videos on YouTube, I also think at the end of the day that it is a very silly decision, in my opinion, to be a full-time YouTuber, no matter how much success you're currently having in it. Now that may come with some controversy, because you may say there are a lot of huge YouTubers that make a fortune, and you're absolutely correct. It's possible to make a lot of money with YouTube and all this. My concern I have is with how many people are putting all their stock in being a YouTuber and not using their massive audience to actually build or promote what they're actually trying to do with some sort of business. Now hear me out. You can absolutely make an incredible living on YouTube. So many people do, and I think that that's amazing. I think the problem is, what if you don't want to do that forever? You ask mostly every single teenager or young kid today, and they want to be like a YouTuber when they get older, which is crazy, like how crazy things have shifted, and it's awesome. The problem is, if you are a vlogger and that is your profession, you're a full-time YouTuber, and that's a great business, that may be a great business for you. What happens if you no longer are passionate about what you used to vlog about? What happens when you don't feel like carrying around a camera with you every day anymore, and you don't feel like vlogging anymore? What happens when you change professions entirely and YouTube and that priority in life is just not important anymore? Or let's just say, like all these social media platforms, the YouTube decides to just change kind of their whole philosophy, and it's not really catered even more toward the creator, and the money just isn't there like it used to be. Sure, if you are a smart business person, you can continue to move your audience to different places, but I think this concept of a full-time YouTuber or full-time vlogger or even social media person, influencer, whatever it is a scary thing if you're not really thinking about where you're actually going to make money with your audience. There's a big difference between using YouTube to push to what you're actually doing, which is my philosophy and Pablo and different people that are into this kind of YouTube documents, vlogging, all that stuff. Our money comes from 4LC Studios, and we use this platform as much as we can to build. Extra money from the platform is great, and we're all for that. But if this was shut down tomorrow, if I didn't vlog for 2 years, I'm not really concerned about it, because the business is really my effort that I'm putting all my time into, because that's sustainable. I can scale a business and have lots of employees and enjoy time to myself as the years progress. But if I, in front of the camera, as a vlogger, I am the YouTube personality, the Instagram personality, I'm all those things. You see, I can't scale and just suddenly start to have different people on my vlog channel and still have success with it. I mean, of course it would be exciting to obviously not only work for yourself as an entrepreneur, but being a YouTube vlogger, being able to just go wherever you want, film whatever you want. You don't have to approve anything. You don't have to get hired by a client. You just keep uploading whatever you want. I just don't know necessarily how long it can last. How long can you be an influencer if you're no longer posting content? I just would much rather use like my YouTube income, whatever that ends up ever being. I would just much rather use that as like fun money, much more than I'd be really worried about, well, if the video that I'm about to upload doesn't do really well, well, there goes my money. That wouldn't be fun to me. At the end of the day, I just feel like I would rather work hard at something that I could maintain and scale that's not just dependent on me, which is what I'm trying to do with the company. The conversations that I have all the time with Pablo and everybody else that works with me is how can we continue to grow so that we're not the person that has to do everything. If you're a YouTube vlogger, no one can really replace you on your channel. Right, Pops?
Heck yeah.
So do I recommend being a full-time YouTuber in 2018? I personally don't, just because of the fact that I don't like relying on one company paying all my bills. Because you see, you can be essentially self-employed and be a full-time YouTuber. The problem is if YouTube decides tomorrow to change everything, and all your money was really relying on that audience, you can get yourself in trouble. I'd rather constantly be moving all my content on the platform that has the most audience and try to just build and push and promote what I'm actually doing from a business perspective using those social media. That's something that I've really learned a lot from Gary Vee. The idea of not being so romantic to a specific platform. Use any current platform you want at any time you want, whatever has the most attention, and continue to promote what you're doing on those platforms. But if you put all your eggs in one basket, specifically YouTube, and you just really let them decide how much money you make for the long term, it's a dangerous game to play. I'd rather put the eggs in the basket that I actually have some control over. My business.